everyone, and welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm Reverend Mary, and with me is Reverend Bryan. Thank you for joining me.
Hello.
And we are here to do 3-card, more or less, tarot readings for the questions you post in chat. So first, our rules. We aren't medical people, so we don't answer medical questions. We're not legal people, so we don't answer legal questions. We are not going to predict the gender of your unborn offspring, but congratulations. Hello to Kai in the chat room. We are not going to predict the outcome of any of the elections going on in the U.S. right now or anywhere else in the world. And we're not going to predict the outcome of any world conflicts. But we do encourage everyone to play nice, share their toys, and settle things by talking them out.
We also do like trial by combat. Just saying.
So, having said all that, if you have a question for us, please go ahead and post it in chat. And if you want to just say hi, we'd like to hear that too.
Do we? Okay.
Yes, we would.
Oh, fun fact, since we're waiting for folks. I was at a conference this week where we had to follow a conversation with someone using neo pronouns. So they were using we, us, and its as pronouns. And it was a very hard conversation to wrap your head around.
Yes. It sounds like it.
Yep.
All right. And hi, Renee. Good to see you. And Renee is asking if her finances will improve soon. All right, Renee. We can take on that question. And by the way, we do want to just send a shout out to everyone who's been affected by Francine. Our hearts are with you.
Gotta take it out on Francine. They really got to stop naming these hurricanes.
Well, what else are we?
Number them.
Yeah, I agree. We could number them.
Just letters of the alphabet without names. Use the Greek alphabet for all I care. I don't know.
Yes, I can follow you there.
Traumatizing people with names like Francine is not the way.
Do you know a Francine?
I do.
Okay.
I've also known several Andrews, a Sandy.
My brother was named Andrew.
Yeah. So anyway, the thought comes with, some cohesion. So Renee, first card. 3 of Pentacles. Now this is around teamwork and collaboration. So I would say your money would get better if you have more people contributing to the pot. And if people are not contributing to the pot, it's time to go have a conversation about that. Sharon is caring. The second card is the Page of Wands, which, is about passion and action. So like I said, it will get better, but you have to do some of the work. That includes maybe not spending so much or being frugal. I know I got to be a little frugal this paycheck, and I'm working on it. Third card is the Five of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles, like the first card and this card, are about material gain, money, which is what we're talking about. So there is some misfortune and some loss here. I don't see things getting better, but I do see you needing to have some difficult conversations or doing a budget restriction or finding some other ways to make some side hustle, as we say in New York City.
All right. So the first card I've got for you is the Ace of Wands. So aces are around our passions. So I'm going to say you need to look at what are you passionate about? And looking at that, can you use something there to make some money? The next card I've got is the Queen of Swords. And yes, this is the one that I had commissioned Reverend Don to draw for me when he did the Kickstarter for the Infinite Tarot. And with the Queen of Swords, swords are around communication. And this is talking specifically about looking at what's worked for you in the past, what didn't work for you in the past, and communicate clearly about your needs around your finances with anyone you're having financial dealings with. And if you need to tell somebody, no, this isn't working, say it. And then finally, I've got the Ace of Pentacles. So Pentacles are around our finances, and the aces are usually fortunate cards. So I'm going to say that you've got the ability to reverse this situation if you take a realistic look at your finances, where you're spending money, any place you don't need to be spending money, and look at maybe ways you could bring a little extra in. So I hope you find that helpful, Renee, and it's good to see you as always. And hello to Darcy and Jason who've come in. And I
Wait, we didn't
see.
even summon Fluffy. Wait, Fluffy, you gotta leave and come back when we call you. Just kidding.
No, he doesn't.
I can't mess with Fluffy. That's not fair.
You can mess with Fluffy. Of course, you can get a general, but ahead of you, we've got a general for Vanya and a question for Darcy, then a general for Fluffy.
General Fluffy? I'm scared.
Yes, we know you like getting messed with, Fluffy, and that's all we're going to say right now.
But he opened the door.
Yeah, and I know probably entirely too much about the ways Fluffy likes to be messed with.
Sharon is caring. All right. Vanya, the first card I have is the moon. We have a full moon coming in 5-ish days. So, this is a good time to do some shadow work, trust your intuition, and plan ahead. Second card I have is the Ace of Pentacles. We've talked a lot about money, finances, and material gain. So, a good time to start thinking about how you want to manifest or bring more prosperity into your life, where you want to sell your little ghosty friends. 'Tis the season. Ghosts are the reason for the season. And then we have the world. And the world is around completion and achievement. So I would say definitely reflecting on where you've done some good this cycle and where you want to go in the next cycle would probably be a good place to start. So I hope that's helpful.
Okay, Vanya. So the first card I've got for you is the Two of Cups. So this is referring to relationships, could be a romantic relationship or a friendship. The next card I've got for you is the fluffy card.
Okay,
Yep,
Fluffy, you
the,
can wave now.
the one who just hopped in the chat. And when this card comes up, you can see that Fluffy is missing a leg. He's even still got his hospital tag still on his other leg. So Fluffy commissioned this card right after he had to have part of a leg amputated. So this is all about when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. So even if you are handed some circumstances that don't look so great, and Fluffy's waving at you, Vanya, find a way to turn them around. That's what this card ultimately means. And then I've got the lovers. And Fluffy adds you can also make a lemon grenade launcher. So I'll throw that in since it's his card. With the lovers, you have a choice, often between two equally good options. I'm going to pull one more. And we've got the Five of Lamps. And with the Five of Lamps, the card is suggesting you look beyond the surface and look a little deeper at what your options might be. So I hope that's helpful. And by the way, where Joe says he's getting a little scared, Fluffy posted that. I'll just point out, Fluffy, that before you met Joe, you were asking me to read specifically for a guy who would rub your ears for you.
Well,
And along came Joe. I said he was coming, and you met Joe who rubs your ears.
people really got to take notes when we talk. Just saying.
Yeah, I said you would find the guy who would come and rub your ears for you, and you met Joe.
I really hope that's actual ears and not a euphemism.
No, that's actual ears. Fluffy is a wolf, and he likes for someone to come up and rub his ears.
Good to know. All right. So we're moving on to
Darcy, who
and
wants
then
to know
Fluff.
if things will work out as she wishes them to.
Be very careful what you wish for, Darcy. But we haven't pulled that card yet. So we'll wait.
It's coming.
You've got to be joking. Gotta be kidding me. God damn it.
Told you it was coming.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I said. Ugh. Oh boy. All right. So, Darcy, we're going to start with the obvious here. Be very careful what you wish for. The Nine of Cups we call the wish card. So, if you're going to write down what you wish for, phrase it very carefully. But with that said, the next card I pulled is the World, which I also pulled for Vanya. So I do see this period of trifleness coming to an end if you phrase this wish correctly and very carefully. Now I sound like my dad. It's very strange. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is about victory, validation, and acknowledgement. So, yes, I do see things going as you want them to, as long as you're very careful. I say this as someone who has crafted many spells and got many of them right. And I'm going to pull one more. Because I can. The Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups were in the realm of feelings and emotions, which we know Bryan doesn't like so much. But with the Six of Cups, we see this period of stuff coming to an end and more fun, familiarity. I really don't like that word. And innocence. So I definitely see this period coming to an end as long as things continue as they're continuing. So I hope that's helpful.
All right. So the first card I get for you, Darcy, is the Two of Cups, which can refer to lovers or friendship. I'll leave you and Vanya to draw your own conclusions about this card. Then I've got Temperance. And with Temperance, we have opposites here, male and female, night and day, yin and yang. And this means really drawing a lot of disparate elements together and from them creating a sum, a whole that is greater than the sum of the parts. I saw that, Bryan.
Couldn't help it.
Yes, you could. So, for the situation you're referencing, you can create something really great from it. And I've also got the Two of Wands, where we see someone looking to a far city and imagining something great coming out of it. So, yes, you can get what you want out of the current situation. And I hope you find that helpful. Next, we want to say hello and blessed be to Amy and happy birthday.
Yay.
And you are welcome, Renee. And as far as what I said to Fluffy about Joe, he says, I know the ear rubbing was the first thing he did. Ears get rubbed by Joe. He's rubbing an ear of corn now.
Hopefully with butter. You know what?
Well,
I don't think.
no.
Huh?
Hello, Anissa. Anissa says the only Hurricane Anissa was when my fifth grade teacher saw I had no organizational skills. That was before schools had diagnosticians. They never officially said I had ADHD. I feel for you, Anissa. And Jason says that Joe is rubbing corn with butter. And since you're on the West Coast, it is dinner time.
So fluffy time.
Yes. So I guess Fluffy is a wolf that eats corn. Good to know. With Dr. Pepper, no doubt.
Never mind. Trying to envision something else, but yeah, we'll go with it.
Happy Fluffy time. Yes, indeed. You always do brighten up my day, bro.
Oh, guess who's about to get herself famished?
Oh, is Elvis the Tarot Kitty, also known as Elvis the Girl Kitty, about to join us?
Well, she got kicked out of the bedroom. Apparently, she annoyed her daddy, so.
Was she trying to help him play games?
Oh, no, I think she was not letting him go to bed.
Hmm? I had a cat that was rather bad to place a paw on the power strip.
Oh.
Yes, that does not work well. Okay, does anyone else have a question for us?
Well, we're waiting for the cards to cooperate for Fluffy. Fluffy's now made my cards go in all kinds of directions that are
Yeah,
not meant for
Fluffy
pulling.
does bring that wonderful chaotic energy to the party.
He wasn't invited to the party, but okay. These cards are also still new-ish.
And Kai would like a general reading. All righty, Kai.
All righty. Off we go. Would you like me to go first?
If you're ready, I'm still pulling cards.
Well, that's fine. So, first card I have for Fluffy is the Ace of Swords.
This is for Kai, not Fluffy.
Why? We didn't pull cards for Fluffy.
Fluffy hasn't asked for cards.
Yes, he did.
When?
Hold on. After Darcy.
When did Fluffy ask for... Oh! I'm so sorry. You're right. Let me... All right. I shuffled for Kai. So you read for Fluffy and I'll shuffle for Fluffy.
Right. I
Then
already
we'll get
shuffled for Fluffy, so I can go. Hi, Elvis. No, you want to come say hi to Fluffy? Come on. So the first card I have for Fluffy is the Ace of Swords, which is around communication and thought. So, Fluffy, what do I get the idea you've gotten a new idea recently? Because more than likely you have. That's fine. So, the next card I pulled is the High Priestess. So, if you have a new idea and you think it's worthwhile, and you're in this place of, do I do this new idea or do I throw it on the pile? Trust your intuition and do whichever one comes to mind. However, if you have too much stuff in your I'm doing pile, I would put it on the for later pile. Just saying. That's my planner self-talking, not my tarot reading self-talking. Then I have the Star, which is again more about inspiration, serenity, and healing. So yes, as usual, you have new ideas, but you have lots of ideas. So
Hi, Elvis.
I suggest you write it down and see where it's linear to your other many ideas. Would you like to say hello to your fans, Elvis?
No. If you assured her she's safe.
You like your fans. All right, your turn. Well, I pet the
First card I've got for you is the future. We have a man with wings. Is it Daedalus or Icarus? So, as you plot your new course, be sure you do not fly too close to the sun, so the wax won't melt off your wings and you plunge into the ocean. Next, I have the Fool, which is the card of infinite possibility. You're standing at the start of a cycle and you can go any which way, Fluffy. So consider what you want to do. And in the same vein, I've got the Seven of Cups. You have an awful lot of options. So I'm going to pull one more card for you. And I've got the Six of Swords. So this card means a journey. And in your case, I think it's a spiritual journey rather than a physical journey.
Yay.
So, and now it's time for Kai. Sorry, Kai.
Time for Kai.
All righty. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, Anissa. And hello, Felicia. You are next after Kai. And you're very welcome, Fluffy. Remember, don't melt those wings.
Just Dr. Pepper marshmallows. They do exist. They're really good.
And this is why I do grocery pickup and delivery, so I don't have to see such things.
I found them by accident. All right. You can go first this time.
All right. Thank you, Felicia.
Ding. I'm gonna get us animated buttons for these things, I swear.
All right, Kai. First thing I've got is 10 of Pentacles. So, in the material world, things are going well for you and you have everything you need. Then I've got the Princess of Cups. So, don't be afraid. You of all people, Kai, but don't be afraid to speak up and say what you mean in relationships. Don't hold back, Kai. And finally, we have mind. And when this card comes up, it means that in your current situation, you don't have all the information yet. So before you come to a decision or before you take action, do a little more research and be sure you know everything you need to know. And I hope you find that helpful.
All right. Which swords did you pull?
I didn't pull a sword. I had 10 of Pentacles and Princess of Cups.
Oh, okay. See, this is why Bryan's having a week. So the first card I have for Kai is the Six of Swords. So there's a transition period going on somewhere where communication and processes are changing. Allow that transition to take form in whatever form it is, and just rock with it. It's to your favor. It'll take things off your plate, I feel, and not add things on. So if people are taking things off, let them take them off. It's fine.
Really, Kai?
Just not the clothes, just the things. Second card I have is Judgment, which is around evaluation and reflection. Again, I'm getting the sense that this is to your benefit. The more that you can delegate, the better it will be. And it allows you to actually evaluate the processes and procedures and see where things have to be changed. So it's a good thing. And the last card I have is the Four of Pentacles, which was again around control and stability. So whatever these changes are, what's the worst thing that happens? You change them back. So I think it's good. And I hope that's helpful.
All right. And next up, we have Felicia. All right. The first card I have for you, Felicia, is Heart. And this doesn't necessarily mean a romantic situation, but it does mean that in your current situation, you have a deep emotional stake in it. Again, it doesn't mean romantic, but you are emotionally involved. Seven of Wands. This means that in order to achieve your goal, careful planning is needed. Doesn't mean you can't achieve it, but you need to think things through carefully, identify your goals, and then plan carefully to reach them. The next card I've got is the Five of Cups, which means either recently or in the near future, you are going to have some sort of emotional loss. So I'm going to get one more card. And here we've got the Three of Swords. So with the Three of Swords, we are looking at swords are around communication, and the number three is about using it skillfully. So, to deal with your current situation, you're going to have to communicate very skillfully, not just what you want, but be aware of what other people want out of the situation and communicate skillfully around everyone's needs. So I hope you find that helpful.
We've done something
Uh,
pulled in a while. So, Mary.
yeah. What I mean by emotional loss, just somehow or another, something's going to hurt you emotionally.
Hmm.
You're going to get your feelings hurt in some way. Not necessarily that you're going to lose someone, is
I
what I mean by emotional loss. Okay, Bryan, your turn.
So we pull a lot of you all the time, but we don't pull a lot of me. Guess what we got? It's a me. The Justice card is me. So anyway, Justice is around seeing things objectively. So sometimes Mary and I get our messages crossed, or sometimes they carry on. I'm saying that whatever the situation is, you have to look at it objectively and impartially, so that that emotional loss isn't as bad as you think it's going to be. Part of this is around making decisions from a place of leadership or from a place of guidance or decision making. It could be in your family, it could be at work, and it could be amongst friends. But whatever the turmoil is, looking at it from objectively could help lessen that emotional blow. The second card that I pulled is the Five of Wands. Now, wands are around passion, but there is some rivalry and need for healthy competition, and you sort of playing referee and making sure that no one's taking any cheap or foul shots. That's kind of the objective part. And then the third card I pulled is the Magician. Now, the Magician has the ability to manifest and get what they want out of the situation. So, look at things from an objective standpoint, but you still have the ability to direct which way it goes. I hope that's helpful.
So I hope that helps, Felicia. All right. And now we do need to pause for a word from our sponsor. Just a moment here.
Ready to unlock the secrets of the universe? Join me, Reverend Don Lewis, for my metaphysical and magic auctions at Gaia Thrift at whatnot.com. Discover fascinating artifacts, mystical crystals, and rare and unusual books that could change your life. Don't miss this chance to bring a little magic into your world. Reverend Don's Metaphysical and Magic Auctions, where the extraordinary can become yours.
All right, and we're back. And thank you to Reverend Don and to Equinox Learning Hub.
Elvis thought we were done. She got excited.
Okay. And we'll also add that if you would like to book a private reading with me or with Reverend Bryan, you can do so at Divination TV, your destination for all things divination.
Whoop whoop.
And hello to Pratik, who is speaking to us from Nepal. Welcome.
Cool.
And does anyone else have a question for us? And Anissa is looking for a teacher. Okay.
Could we be a little more specific?
What is that, a metaphysical teacher, Anissa? All right. Well, we'll go ahead and do a reading for Anissa.
Yep. See what we.
Is Elvis helping?
Oh, Elvis is helping, all right. Bad kitty. Oh, God. Hey, Mary. What kind of teacher are we looking for?
What?
I pulled a U because I asked for a clarifying question, and what would Mary do? Okay.
Hey, Janet. Good to see you. You're next.
Just saying. That's what that when I pull this card now, that's what pops in my head is what would Mary do? So the second card I pulled is the Two of Cups. Now, when I think about teaching, the Two of Cups is not exactly what comes to mind. However, there is partnership in mentorship and teaching, so it is possible. However, I don't think that's what the gods are trying to tell me. The next card I pulled is the Three of Cups. So usually you don't party with your teacher. Mary, what you got?
All right, I've got the Four of Lamps. Now, the lamps are the suit of spirituality, and this card is a call for looking to for ways to serve your community. I've got the Chariot, which indicates movement, and I've got the I've got the Ace of Lamps, which is talking about focusing on spiritual matters. So, especially with the Four of Lamps, talking about looking for ways to serve your community. I'm going to say if you look for calls for community service where you are, you're going to meet your teacher and be prepared for some swift move there. All right. So we're going to do general for Janet, and then uh, Critique has asked for overall energy in the next 48 hours and chances for reconciliation. And then we're going to close at that point because we're coming up on the top of the hour. Okay, Finetta. All right, we'll take Finetta's question and then we're going to close after Finetta.
Yes, Elvis. We have 3 more readings.
Then it'll be can time.
3. You know that number.
Count. I know you can count.
Only to 3.
Oh, Elvis can count to 10 at least. She's a cat.
No, she only counts to 3 and in multiples of 3. Hi, Elvis. Say hello to the peoples. You can go.
Okay, I have never ever done this before.
Uh-oh.
All right, Janet. I'm just going to hold up the 3 cards in the reading.
Wait a second. Did you?
I did.
Oh, crap.
Double Queen of Swords, Janet.
So what would Mary do? Spiritually, what would Mary do? Followed by what would Mary do?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, you got my personal Queen of Swords card, and you got the Queen of Swords from the deck, plus you got the Five of Lamps. So the Five of Lamps is a call to step back and take a look at anything you might be missing. And then the Queen of Swords twice.
Which can only happen in her deck, by the way. It's not going to happen in mine. Right now.
This is true. So, Jan, the Queen of Swords means to examine what's worked for you in the past, what hasn't worked for you in the past. Consider your current course based on that and communicate clearly. And be really, really clear on that in this case.
Okay. I don't even know if I want to pull cards because of the double Mary entendre. But we shall anyway. That's what we're here to do.
We're here to sling cards.
I'm slinging. I just don't get to do what you just did, so it's not as cool, but we'll do it anyway. The first card I have is the Eight of Pentacles, which is around hustle and craftsmanship. So, I'm from New York City. Everyone has a side hustle. Even the people who make many more figure dollar signs than I do, I guarantee you have a side hustle. So if you don't have one, consider one. The next card I have is Temperance, and we talked about temperance earlier. It's about taking something old, something new, opposites. Wow. Yes, indeed it was. It was in fact a Hail Mary. Damn. I wish I would have thought of that reference first. So definitely I see a fun side hustle in your future. Something that's not going to feel like work. I sling cards. Mary plays with numbers and slings cards. So the possibilities are endless. However, I do see some sort of side hustle growing in your future. And the reason I say that is I also pulled the Ace of Pentacles. So while Mary's over there fluffing your communication skills, my inner New Yorker says you should go find a side hustle because that's where it's at.
Just communicate clearly about it.
Yes, communication on what side hustle is probably the key. Oh, look, we made a whole cohesive thought.
Yes, we did.
Woohoo.
Okay, on to Pratik. Kieran.
Tina. And then we're going to bed.
I'm sorry, Kieran. We have closed readings for this evening. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. We got two more people.
All right. So for Pratik, I have got, first of all, the Eight of Swords. So you have been feeling stuck, like things have not been moving for you. But now I've got the Two of Cups. So this indicates a relationship. It could be a friendship or it could be a romantic relationship. And then I have Justice, which is Bryan's card. Oh, quit cheesing, bro. So this indicates that something you have been working on for a while is going to finally happen for you. So yes, I think you have a chance for reconciliation to work out for you.
Yes.
Let's see what you got, Bryan.
So the first card I have, and Elvis is yelling at me because she agrees, that the Four of Swords. So reconciliation in this sense, when it comes to communication, is around rest and recharge. So I mean, in the next 48 hours, I would choose my words wisely and think about your words or actions thoroughly before you act on them, which is not Bryan's forte. However, I also pulled the Nine of Cups. And we talked about the Nine of Cups earlier. If you wish for reconciliation, you will get it. If you want to wash your hands and walk away, you will get that too. So you have every ability to decide which way this reconciliation goes. abundance. But be careful what you wish for. And then I have the devil, which is a fun little mushroom card. It's called the mushroom, the lobster mushroom. I'm going to think about that for a second. But the devil is around addiction, enslavement, and fears. So I feel like what you want in this reconciliation is to have your hands clean of it, because whatever's going on is not serving you. So I would say in the next 48 hours, be very careful, choose your words wisely, choose your actions wisely. And if you truly want to be done with it, walk away. So I hope that's helpful.
All right. And our last question of the evening for Finetta. Will there be a change in my career in the next few years? Let's dial that back to the next year.
I was going to say, can we have a timeline change?
Yeah, we're going to dial that back to the next year because almost certainly something's going to change in the next few years.
I'll go first, because it's that hour where my cards are stating the obvious again. So the first card I have is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is about money and materials, because that's what the Suit of Pentacles is about. However, it's about patience and sustainability. So if your current career path is sustainable, you should stay there. If it's not sustainable, you should start exploring. Now, I say that because the second card I pulled is the Ace of Pentacles, which is the start of manifesting new prosperity and new abundance. So I'm getting the sense that your current career path is not sustainable. So it's best to start looking for something new before the other one ends. Right? And then I pulled Temperance. And we've talked about temperance a lot this evening. However, we've talked about it in the emotional sense and not so much in the material world or when it relates to money. When it relates to money, a career change takes patience and balance and synergy. You don't just rush into a new job because the pay looks good and you've never done it before. So I'm getting the sense that, yes, you should be looking for something new. However, I would say look to something that is more sustainable for the future and something that is in your wheelhouse to begin with. Don't go trying to be CEO of, a company that you don't have any passion or know what anything else is about. So I would say think, manageably. I hope that's helpful.
Okay. Well, I got to tell you, the first part of my reading has nothing to do with money or careers.
What a shame.
We have the Hierophant. And this is saying, and then we have the High Priestess. And both these cards are talking about focusing on your spirituality, getting in touch with your higher self or your higher power, whatever that may be. And then I've got the Prince of Swords. And this card is about being a little selfish, making sure you're getting what you need out of the situation. So that could certainly relate to your career. So I'm going to say, while you are looking for what you want to do in your career, also spend some time on your spirituality. And then when it comes to your career, take some time and think about what is it you want to do, not just what's going to make me money? But like Bryan was saying, what is it you want to do? Because you need something that is fulfilling for you. And maybe by focusing on your spirituality, you're going to find the intersection there. And what you want to do that's also going to make you some money. So I hope you find that helpful. And with that, we are going to close. Please joining us again next Thursday. Hello to Sandeep.
By the way, I think next weekend you and Don are taking on the world.
No.
No, it's not next week?
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's 26th. Okay.
Yeah. That's a couple of weekends down. I will add we have a special presentation Saturday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. The Prodigal Poets, Black Widow, and Catwoman will be sharing some of their spoken word poetry with us. So, whatever channel you're watching us on, but especially Divination TV and Corellian TV. So, tune in for that. These ladies are amazing.
Yay.
And so, thank you for joining us for Tarot Thursday, and blessed be everyone.